game, and it was actually insane. So first, before I get to the Rockets, I want to talk about the Lakers. Now, you can tell how coaching makes such a difference when it comes to basketball, because JJ Redick coached circles around Ime Udoka. Like, the sets he was running and who he had out there, the only nigga who I was like skeptical of, this nigga Jake LaRavia, bro. He's funny to watch. But he had people out there that did their job and did what he had to do. This man LeBron, can I watch the assist?
He gets to his spots.
Yo, this man LeBron, like, his IQ, I don't care if it's Glaze. His IQ alone is what is gonna separate him from being from winning the series. For him just being on the team in general. Because the assists he was making, how he was picking apart the defense, especially in the third, was crazy. I'm trying to think. Is it this?
It was contact, no call. Lakers turn to run.
Like, you see, no, this nigga Luke Kennard was actually going stupid. We'll get him too. But, like, the way that LeBron was actively picking apart the defense is actually crazy. That's a crazy pass. And DeAndre Ayton did good as well. I'm trying to find it. So, the way that LeBron is able to analyze is what is going to separate him, especially in this series. Because in this series, you have no Luka, no Austin Reeves. You really have no primary ball handler. The Rockets are lucky they had no primary ball handler. Because if they had a Reeves or Luka, this series would be over in general. But look how LeBron is able to evaluate what the Rockets are running, and look at Marcus Smart. Look at KD already coming to help on LeBron. Look at this.
Deep into the stats.
I was up
wide open.
Late last night.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of reading.
Wide open, and that was a big shot because that helped them like really to control the lead. I think
In the paint,
yeah,
but you saw what they have done from three-point range.
Look at this pass.
Teams really trying to.
You saw how they're trying to double LeBron. And he just able to make that quick pass off the rip. Look at that.
In the paint, but you saw what they have done from.
He sees that KD is about to help right there, and look at this
Three-point range.
And look, watch.
Both teams really trying to.
But also it's for KD because KD helped way too hard on that. Because honestly, bro, either when he starts cooking him, and when you start slightly hedging, not helping as hard. Jesus
Teams
Christ.
really trying to.
He's like and it was and one. So like LeBron in this series, and then this nigga LeBron, no, he was actually going stupid. This man LeBron, why was he making like threes? Like look, no. He made a crazy thing in his face.
Lakers actually looked to push late in that.
Like he wasn't scared. No, this was crazy.
Swing to get through that screen.
This was crazy. He was talking that smack. Look at LeBron.
Screen for James. The switch with Şengün.
Right in his face. Bang!
From right here. Why not?
Like that is a crazy shot. That's insane. Right in his face. So LeBron played a very good game. 8 for 20, 40%, 2 for 5, 40%, 10 for 15. But what separated him was his 28 points, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. He actively shifted the defense and was able to make a lot of people score. This man, Luke Kennard, did a crazy step
from the floor. He's got 11. Kennard.
Back.
Never left his feet and blocked it. Here at Vanderbilt now in for the
Like,
Lakers.
wow.
Kennard just a spinning turn. There was contact, no call.
He doesn't LeBron like he's gonna be soft.
Lakers turn to
Pull
run.
up.
Kennard will let it go there. Yeah, he won't hesitate.
He had a crazy hezzy. Not gonna find it. It was a crazy hezzy.
Open.
He had a crazy hezzy layup. This.
The Lakers.
This was crazy. I'm like, yeah, this nigga Luke Kennard is actually different. Like, bro, no, that's crazy. Look at this.
Relaxed and he made him pay.
Little hesitation. Kennard.
Little hezzy, he killed me.
Relaxed
Hey!
and he made him pay.
Little hesitation. Kennard.
I said, yo, what's Luke Kennard doing? So when it comes to the Lakers, they can actually win this series. I made a prediction video that is. I hope it comes out soon. I'm saying I hope, but I can't edit it. I need to edit it and make it come out soon. And in this series, I had the Rockets winning, but I said the Lakers have a chance to win especially if Luka or Reeves come back. I said if the Lakers can win 2 games and push this to 6, and it causes Reeves to come back, that would be a problem. And they're up 2 on the series right now. Marcus Smart with 25 points, 5 for 7 to 3, clutch 3-pointers. He was great at creating the shots, 5 steals, 7 assists. Like, Marcus Smart was doing his thing. Luke Kennard, 41 minutes, dog. 41 minutes. 41 minutes was crazy, and he actively deserved that. Rui played 42, and LeBron played 39. DeAndre didn't play good. Bronny James, Jesus Christ. We know he did. We saw that field goal. That was bad. But, moving on to the Houston Rockets. Now, there's a couple of points that I gotta make. First, we're gonna get to Kevin Durant last. I gotta talk about the supporting cast. Yo, this is actually insane. So, Jae'Sean Tate, 0 for 1. He shot 1 3-pointer, 8 minutes. Aaron Holiday, 0 for 3. Shot 3 3-pointers in 7 minutes. Reed Shepard played 10 minutes, 0 for 4, 0 for 3. Clint Capella, 0 for 3 in 4 minutes. Tari Eason played 27 minutes and went 4 for 14. 2 for 6 from 3. Josh Okogie. Now, this supporting cast is just not good. Now, when it comes to defense and rebounding, it matters because they had, I think, not double, but they had more rebounds than them. Yeah, they had, how many shots did they make? How many shots did they attempt this game? Jesus Christ. They shot 89 shots, and the Lakers shot 72. And that's because rebounding. They're rebounding. How many rebounds they got this game? They had 25 defensive, 17 offensive. To Lakers 9 offensive, 28 defensive. So they was actively getting rebounds, actively getting second chance points. They just couldn't convert. I was watching Amin Thompson. Look at how they play him. So look. So he made a shot, yes, but watch how they play Amin. They don't care. They do not care about him being open like this. They don't care. They would rather have help on KD and Okogie than guard Jabari or Sengun. They do not care about Amin Thompson to be open. They don't care. They don't care. They don't. They don't care.
Oh, man.
Thompson gets.
Amin Thompson makes that because I'm not going to lie. We're going to get to the other Thompson too. We talk about Detroit basketball because, the Pistons actually cooked the Magic tonight. But when it comes to the Thompson twins, and I'm not faulting Amin Thompson. He's in his 3rd year, I believe, or 2nd year. I'm not faulting Amin Thompson. But when you're making Amin Thompson the primary ball handler, he somehow had 9. He had like 5. But look at these turnovers he's getting.
I'll accept that.
He's getting turnovers because he's just not reading defenses correctly. And I'm not mad at Amin Thompson for not being able to read defense, but some of these passes are just not good.
An NC State guy with a Duke guy here at the table.
That's a bad pass. That is a bad pass, dude. That's a bad pass.
If we get through this, it'll be a miracle.
That's a bad
Third
pass.
turnover.
There's a lot of attention on Durant.
Thompson had it taken away by
No, Marcus Smart actually
Thompson had it taken away by. So Houston, the players not named Kevin Durant.
And that's just look, he doesn't have control of the ball.
Players not named.
He doesn't have control of the ball. So again, I'm not faulting Amin Thompson, but when he's pushed into this role, that's what's gonna happen. He's going to show you that he's not a good ball handler. And even if they had Fred VanVleet, it would subdue some of the problems. It would subdue some of the problems that he had. But generally speaking, it'll be some of the same issues they had. We have players that can't shoot. I'm watching sets. I'm watching the Lakers play defense and allowing them to shoot. They're allowing. I'm going to get Kevin Durant last, but there's a turnover that Kevin Durant got that we're gonna see, and they're actively doubling KD and don't care who wants to get open. They don't care. They do not care if anybody else shoots that ball because they would rather have anybody else shoots than them. They don't care if somebody shoots that ball because look at their attempts. They went 7 for 29. They went 7 for 29 from the three. Yo, they shot 40% from the field goal as a team. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Shooting 40% when it's crazy because most of your field goals are at this most of your goals, 29 of them was at 3-point line. But the way this team is playing, they're actively shooting at the rim and they can't convert over 40%. That's a problem, dude. That's a problem. All of your players are negative. Like, yo, Kevin, 42% from three, 43%, 45. Like, the only person who was efficient at the rim was Amin Thompson, but he was not shifting defense as you want to. Now, we gotta talk about Sengun. We gotta talk about Sengun. Now, when it comes to Sengun,
Uses this one.
the problems I have with Sengun is the fact that the way that you play is you should be making these shots. If you see a shot chart, 45%, and look at this, most of them are at the rim. He's not shooting anything crazy. He's shooting hook shots. He's shooting like layups. Like he's not, like the thing about it is, like Sengun is not shooting anything crazy. And what makes me mad is that you're getting boxed by DeAndre Ayton. And no offense to DeAndre Ayton. No, actually, all offense to DeAndre Ayton. Like DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes are locking you up. Like, we can't do this. We can't allow this to happen. We can't. Because even if the Rockets win this series, you're going against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have Chet Holmgren, who was a finalist for the 5th player of the year, and they also have Isaiah Hartenstein. You're not winning that series. Like you're just not winning. If you can't stop, if you're getting boxed by DeAndre Ayton, you're not winning the series. You're not. Look.
Rui Hachimura, who played 42 minutes in game 1.
Like what is that?
Hayes just denied Sengun 17, and Luke Kennard added 12. Sengun had
like, dude, you can't be doing this. You can't.
added
Look.
12. Sengun.
You can't be doing that. You can't, bro.
Jabari Smith.
And you saw how DeAndre Ayton didn't care. Look how DeAndre playing that. DeAndre Ayton is worried about Jabari getting this space right there, or possibly getting this space. He does not care about Sengun being open.
Jabari Smith.
He does not care about Sengun being open. He does not care about that. He don't. And I wouldn't either. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't either. There's another
One makes it look easy.
That's his 4th assist tonight. He had 8 in the first quarter in game 1. Sengun, everything.
And the thing about it is, right, they're not even doubling. They're letting Ayton have that one-on-one. Marcus Smart's role is not this athletic freak of a nature. Even tried to get up there to get that rebound. And Luke Kennard's role is to not let this nigga also get up there. Look at this. They're letting Ayton have this one-on-one matchup and it's working. Like, it's actually crazy.
Quarter in game 1.
Like, you gotta make those. You have to make those. Especially in the 4th quarter. They like in the 4th quarter, he actually was not making shots. You have to make them.
Wild, right?
Especially in a tough game where the Lakers are on a run, you possibly can come back and win this game, and you're just you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Like, look,
Sengun.
like you're on Rui Hachimura. Like, no, like you're on Rui. You're a bigger body than that. You have to make this. You have to make this shot. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. That's too easy of a shot. You have to make those. Like, you have to make those. When it comes to also
Holiday out there.
dang, man.
Looking for help. Sengun and then KD. Back to Elfrid inside.
But my thing is, why didn't you take this floater? Why did you you chose the difficult shot? You chose that. Look at that. You could have easily shot that floater or even shot a floater up here. But you chose to do that. And then you missed it again.
Strong offensive rebound.
Like, it's just like Sengun frustrates me because I was advocating for Sengun last year when he went against the Warriors, and I said, "Dang, he's gonna be a problem because he has not the skills of Jokic, but he has some of the aspects that you expect from Jokic." But the problems I have with Jokic is like he's not aggressive, but at least he can score on those type of things. Well, we're gonna be able to box him up, but that's a different topic. We'll get to that later. But when it comes to Sengun, you're the franchise player, and you're actively getting boxed. You're shooting. I ain't shot 40%.
Loses this one, turns it over.
40%. But the thing about it is, you're shooting 40%, 45% at baskets at the rim. It's not like you're 3-point line. No, you're at the rim and you're actively missing these shots. That is a problem. That's a problem. Like, that's a problem. Now, let's go ahead and get to Kevin Durant. Now, when it comes to Kevin Durant, the problems that I have with KD and thrusting him into combos that he don't belong in is the passing and playmaking and the ball and the ball handling IQ. The problem that I've had with KD, and I've talked about this in videos, is the fact that KD needs a point guard or a system to be so he knows how to handle double teams. There is a lot of times where he's getting doubled and he does not know what to do.
Inside out they
And
go.
that's a problem. And the thing about it is, like, Kevin is old. I don't expect him to know how to do everything. But these are problems that have been persistent his whole career. It's not something that's happening. But it's more persistent now that he doesn't have a ball handler. He needs to control the ball. And when you're doing these things, it's not going to work out.
8 seconds.
Watch this.
Plenty of time for Durant.
It's funny how the Lakers don't care. Like, they don't care about who will get open. They're doubling Kevin Durant.
Time for Durant.
Like, you saw how they're having Luke Kennard. they're having Luke Kennard play both of these. And if Jayshawn Tate somehow gets his ball, Rui's gonna play on Thompson because they would rather leave Jabari open to give Thompson a layup. That's sad. But the thing about it is, KD don't know what to do. He gets confuzzled. Look at this. He doesn't know how to adjust. He has an easy pass to Koji right here. He can't make this pass. I know Kevin Durant can't. But the easiest simple pass is a Koji on this cut. That's the simplest pass you can make. But he can't do that. So when he passes ball, Jayshawn Tate goes out of bounds.
Eason lost it.
But that was Eason. No matter. He is one. Again, watch KD cover top of the key. You don't get double.
Durant had 5 shots in that first.
Watch the switch. DeAndre Ayton is automatically playing on this. He does not care about that.
Quarter, only 4
Marcus Smart, good defense right there.
more since.
Immediately, Marcus Smart's help. Immediately. Let's see who's open. So we have Amin Thompson who will make this cut. We have Jabari Parker and we have Rui. Marcus Smart can go for those. But watch this. Marcus Smart immediately helps with double. And K doesn't know what to do. Kevin Durant turns his body to where Marcus Smart can swat that ball. He does. And Marcus Smart gets that steal.
6 of 19 in game 1.
That was his fault. That was actually a good pass. He just couldn't catch that ball low. Watch this. You see this? Marcus Smart is playing. Marcus Smart playing Sengun.
Durant.
Marcus Smart is playing Sengun this play. That's crazy. But look at this. Look at this. Watch how Kevin Durant is coming up the court, and Rui is gonna step on that because Marcus Smart's goal is to come back and hedge on Sengun. And then Jackson Hayes already helps. That's not a bad pass, but Marcus Smart is like right there.
Durant looking for help.
He passed it so. It wasn't a bad pass, but he took so long to like understand that Sengun will be there.
Durant looking for help.
That's easy still.
Inside out they go. Josh Okogie from 3-point range. No. Second chance though.
That's the spot. That was just about the ball.
With Durant.
That was just
Organized Houston was. They ran a double team at Durant. They were able to make him pay.
Marcus Smart. Physical.
I'm watching Marcus Smart layup. What's going on there? I guess I'm watching Marcus Smart layups. But that's the problem with Kevin Durant. The problem I have with Kevin Durant is the fact that he's not able to understand double teams and be a passer and playmaker, which it doesn't hinder. Is what hinders him from being not an all-time great, but thrusting himself in these categories. Because when I made this Rockets video, we're gonna watch the video and you're gonna hear me make a take. I'm gonna see what I said, but as the Rockets was playing and we saw KD and him having to have this role, and it just doesn't work out. Kevin Durant. Can I see? Kevin Durant in the first half was really perfect. He had 20 points, 1 for 1, 6 for 7. But the thing about it is, Kevin Durant making those shots, but he still wasn't doing not what I want him to do, but it wasn't like what I saw in the second half. I was surprised, I'm gonna say. Then in the second half, he shot 1 for 5, 0 for 3, and had 5 points and 5 turnovers. That's a problem when it comes to Kevin Durant. That's a problem. That's a problem. And that's why when it comes to KD, and we're saying he's better than Larry Bird, which I don't think so, and we'll put him in top 10 combos, we're saying he's better than Curry. When we have those takes, I bring up things like this. And even though you want to bring up the takes, like the one in takes, he's like 30 plus years old. If you watch the tape of him playing in Brooklyn, him playing in Phoenix, him playing in OKC, you're going to see him have these types of opportunities and him struggling to figure it out. That's what it is. Lakers win the series. The Rockets have to tee up. Now, let's go ahead and watch it. Go to the text video. And let's see what I said about the Rockets, bro. The KD sweepstakes are now over, as the Houston Rockets have acquired Kevin Durant in a really easy deal for them, to be honest. In this video, let's talk about each team and how this deal fared for each team and some players.
And I got to worry about...
Go ahead and skip the intro. Only 5 minutes. Start with the Houston Rockets. Last year, the Rockets finished with the second seed in the Western Conference and suffered a loss in the first round to the Golden State Warriors. But it was clear that some signs needed to be fixed, and there were some good signs. Let's start with the positives. Alfred Sengun is a pivotal piece for this team. Sengun is not afraid to pass and just needs to learn how to be more dominant at paint at times, but he was playing really good. Okay, so some of the things I just said, I agree with what's happening. But the thing about his playmaking is that his playmaking. the thing about it is Sengun has regressed, which is crazy. But I admit the same take that I've said earlier. I think he needs more dominant paint. I said something. Pass and just needs to learn how to be more dominant at paint at times. But he was playing really good. Defense. The defense of this team is the foundation of this team. Ime Udoka, even though he might sleep with your wife, is a really good coach and showcase this year. Amen Thompson, please buy your stocks now. This man is about to take a semi-offensive, and I still believe that. I still believe about that stock. I ain't gonna lie. Your stocks now. This man is about to take a semi-offensive, and I still believe that. I still believe about that stock. I still believe about them stocks. No troll. I think Amen Thompson still be better. You need about them stocks in Amen Thompson. No troll. This year, but moving on to KD. Kevin Durant is something that the Rockets lacked, which is more shot creation. Jalen Green just isn't good enough for this team. I think he can still be a decent 20-plus point per game scorer down the line, but not to the level this Rockets need with their timeline. Kevin Durant is going to provide an efficient 25-plus point per game score and just be better than Jalen Green. KD, in my eyes, is still a top 10 player in the league. Yes, he is. What did you say? Durant is going to provide an efficient 25-plus point per game score and just be better than Jalen Green. KD, in my eyes, is still a top 10 player in the league. Golden Takes is not a good take, man. What did Kevin Durant average you? Okay, so not right now. What did Kevin Durant average you? That's not a good take, Golden Takes. That's not a good take. I mean, at the time, I think Kevin was a top 10 player at the time. But, yeah, not right now. What did he average you? 26? Did he average an efficient 25, like I said? He was an all-star. Why is it showing the points? Dog, let me see. I want to see the stats. Wait, whoa, why is it showing me? I want to see what he averaged. Oh, wait, what it takes. What the hell? Oh, he averaged a cool 26. Okay. Now, was he efficient? Hey, well, he efficient. That's not a bad take. He was efficient. I don't know my clap aside. He don't know what I take.
He's declining as he's about to be 37 years old, but he still provides what the Rockets need. Kevin Durant this past year averaged 26.6 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.2 blocks on 52, 43, 83 splits. Kevin Durant is going to be a better defender than Jalen Green and is going to provide the offense he was supposed to provide, but just couldn't in that pivotal series. The Suns had no leverage as they tried to trade KD in the middle of the season without his knowledge, and when Kevin Durant found out, he indeed wanted out. The Suns were frustrated with KD, and KD was frustrated with the Suns. The Rockets came in and robbed the Suns, giving a bunch of second rounders, the 10th pick, and 2 players that you want to get rid of anyway without giving up any of the major young players was excellent for this team. The only thing that scares me is the timeline of this team.
Oh my God, Golden Takes. Wait, you're smart. You're smart. Wait. Hold up, because I think I said that.
For this team. The only thing that scares me is the timeline of this team. This season really tests if they're ready to contend. I still think the Thunder are a better team in making this video, but if the Rockets can make some moves and try to round the roster better, they will definitely be contenders. I'm telling you right now, buy your Houston Rocket stocks in these young players.
Okay, so some of the stuff that I said, I kind of agree with. I mean, it's myself, so I mean, duh. But I agree with me saying me. I agree with some things I've said, especially the timeline thing, because I think I'll make a larger video on Golden Takes. By the way, subscribe. This is my NBA channel. It's called Golden Takes. You know what I'm saying? I upload every now and then. This video is really good. What makes me? I'll make a larger video on Kevin Durant. I mean, on the Rockets and how they push the timeline too far. But what makes me hesitate, what makes the Rockets frauds is not just them not having a passer or playmaker. Well, that's the reason why. But them just not being ready. This team is not ready. This team is not ready. This team is just not ready. They saw them last year and pushed on the gas pedal. Why are the Suns in this game? But none about the Rockets. Let's get to this Magic Pistons game, and then we'll get to this video. So, I just watched this game, and now, it really was a tale of two halves. In the first half, it was tied 46. No, they don't got the data? No. Can I still see what happened? I gotta wait. We might gotta wait. We might gotta wait, chat. We might gotta wait till tomorrow. We might gotta wait. We might have to wait to watch this stuff. Dang, they don't got it yet. We might have to wait. Wait, dang. But when it comes to the Pistons winning this game, it really just came to the tale of two halves. Cade Cunningham is proving why he deserves to be an All-NBA player. I'm so glad they were able to go All-NBA, because if Cade wasn't going to be an All-NBA player, we had to start a riot. Beef Stew played good. Jalen Duren, 40% at the rim is not like ideal, but he had 11 points. He had great rebounds. He was a good defensive presence. Ausar Thompson, I'm telling you, bro. Them Thompson twins, if they get a lick of offensive ceiling, if their offensive ceiling grows, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem, bro. Because Ausar Thompson was actively shifting the defense and getting the Pistons on insane runs. Like, that 27 minutes was so valuable. It's actually insane. Tobias Harris over me played really good. If you have a Tobias scoring 16 points, yes, he was 0 for 3. Yes, it was 40%. But if you have Tobias scoring 16 points, you're going to win this game. Duncan Robinson was kind of cold, but he was able to come back and score 3 great threes. Like, it was GDs in the chat. The Pistons were able to win this game. In my prediction video that's going to come out eventually, I had the Magic winning 2 games, I think. But ultimately, the Pistons are going to win with their defense. So, that's really all I got to say about the Rockets, and I hope I can talk about the Pistons more when this shot come up. But it really comes to the Pistons defense. The defense is the same. Paolo is still on fraud watch. 7 for 17, 0 for 3, 18 points. Yeah, Paolo's on fraud watch. I was gonna make a video on it. I was gonna make a video on Paolo, but I wanted to wait until the playoffs over and see how he played in the play-in and stuff. He's on fraud watch. Like, he's not as good as he should be. He's not. So, Now we're moving on to the video we gotta react to. One Boston Celtics superfan debates 10 Celtics haters.